Love and Light Collective back at it with another live stream. All right, so we're talking love. We're also talking hate, you guys. Ugh. I mean, some of this really is ugly. Okay, I'll give you that. Whether you're aware of it or the depths of that or not. Okay, maybe that's also why we're talking about it. Tonight is not going to resonate with everyone. All right, this is a timeless message, as is pretty much any message on this particular channel anyway. So there's that. And all's well that ends well. Okay, I'm being guided to share this Phoenix Rising from the Ashes card with you guys. All right, at this particular time, though it's kind of like really kind of early, but maybe there's some synchronicity to that. Like you've been waiting a while. Okay, this really doesn't feel like, oh, it was just 10 short weeks ago. All right, though, because we're talking about it, maybe it is. But I think for many of you, energetically attached to this session anyways, you guys are probably feeling like you've been at this or in this for the long haul. All right, love and light the ooze. Welcome, love and light, babe. So going to be doing things a little bit differently tonight. There's no pick a pile. All right, but just to be clear, though this doesn't necessarily resonate with you, pretty sure you can get something out of it, maybe even just simply inspiration, right? Because we are talking about persisting through some difficulties, without giving up. Love and light, Cassandra. Welcome, babe. Love and light. Um, and so you know how like many of us here well versed at alchemy, okay, making some beautiful aspects out of some shitty situations, right? Oh, thank you, babe. Lovely to see you all again as well, and lovely to be here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you for that. You guys, many of you know, if I had my way, I'd be on here all the time. You guys wouldn't even have to look for me. You'd be like, oh, all right. But we're all to enjoy the journey for whatever it is and whatever it isn't as well. So that's exactly what we're doing. And I like to talk about it because it's really the epitome of talking about our wins nonetheless. And we are winners. All right. I don't know why I had to go on that side note of hardcore facts, but getting back to this message, you guys, really quick. And then I promise I'm going to ring the bell for the freebies. I just want to give people some time to get in here. Okay. And also the energy for this is kind of like I almost like I was fine. I was totally fine. And then I hit the thing to come on live and I feel extremely anxious, like I cannot breathe. Or like maybe like somebody's had like a lot of caffeine or some shit. Like or like a lot of, I mean, I guess if I'm being honest, I felt like this off of Red Bull too, but like that's not, it's not me. I am in someone's energy here and it is a lot. Okay. And again, I really can't get around this persevering card, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you here. This is and let's just share her too while we're at it. You guys, this whole thing started with a synchronicity, and maybe there's a synchronicity in that. Okay, I'm going to share a couple with you, and I've already posted one if you've been paying attention. That was part of the post indicating I was coming on the live stream, you guys. So please triple check if you didn't get the notification of that post, because I want you to hit that bell notification and or excuse me, the bell icon, and slide it down to all, because otherwise YouTube keeps the setting at personalized, which doesn't really mean much, and I don't want you to miss anything. Okay. um so 111 may be a synchronicity of some significance, and that was actually the synchronicity posted um as part of the oncoming live stream announcement. But even before that, you guys, this was actually the synchronicity that set it off. And it's interesting because the world card energy is really talking about, like closing out cycles or at least taking a hard pause. Maybe that is the epitome of the question that keeps you awake at night. It's like, is this a hard pause? or is this just a faith walk? And there's a lot of water, you guys. Whether you are of the LGBTQ plus community or not here, rainbows also could be of some significance. You guys, one time I literally saw, I feel so blessed to be able to share this, and it was not forever ago, it was quite recent. I literally saw a double rainbow. I was like, wow, that's, I don't think it was AI. I mean, I was outside. I don't know what kind of level they got with that yet, but I literally saw that, and there were others around. Okay, so it wasn't just me, like in some form of psychosis. No worries, you guys. Maybe psychosis is something that is kind of like what you've been like ferreting through. There's a couple kinds. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving medical advice, right? But what I mean by that, you guys, is this life is far more spiritual than you may realize. So there's literally a thing termed spiritual psychosis. For those that don't know, Love and Light Cat Goddess, Love and Light Ray Costello. Um, and so, yeah, there's a lot of studying going on here in current energies. Okay, for who all may resonate with this, again, whether you're a guy, girl, what have you, I do feel like I'm largely talking to a feminine energy here. And I can also tell you that I'm also on the other side of this connection that we're going to be talking about. Speaking of generally, although it's a general collective, take what resonates, a male masculine energy. Okay, whether we're simply literally talking about energy or also, matching genitalia, perhaps, right? So take what resonates, you guys. And sometimes I'm being guided to share this as well. Energies can be flip flopped, right? So I could be delivering the message like he, and it's a she, or maybe a they, right? So yeah, there's definitely something about like inclusivity here. But you guys, at the same time, this is no cakewalk, right? I'll give you that. Even aside from the faith walk that it may be, whatever that may mean for you, to kind of like close out the cycle, or hell, even to persevere. This has been true walk of alchemy, making something beautiful out of something you know it not to be, right? Turning hellfire into phoenix rising from the ashes, and that is you. For those that are wondering, that will be you if you feel like you're not there yet. But the synchronicity just appeared. Okay, nowhere near the deck, the rest of the cards, nowhere near its usual place at even being out of place. There might be a synchronicity to that as well. And suddenly it appeared, and I knew at that moment, okay, this is a message. All right, so born out of that synchronicity, again, you guys, I hope you're paying attention. Pay attention to the synchronicities, okay? Yes, you can look at a movie, a television show, someone's t-shirt, a billboard, right? And just see it for what it is. But you could also, nonetheless, simultaneously see it for what it really may be, okay? And you've got to, of course, utilize that beautiful intuition of yours. It won't steer you wrong, right? So don't just take my word for it. Collective, test it out, okay? So that's what we're really talking about, sort of, kind of. It's surface level at this point, but again, tonight may not resonate with everyone, and that's also okay. But I really feel like tonight may be kind of interesting and kind of real. And I will be getting a message from the person on the other side, this Emperor energy, nonetheless, as the cards speak it out. And I haven't even touched the deck. I shuffled it, and we're going to be pulling from the Andromeda Skies Love Oracle to get a beautiful message from literally your person, in spite of it looking like, yeah, freaking right. Okay, in spite of you feeling like you've waited a whole lifetime, maybe even to say it again, right? Just saying, okay. And I did pull out, for those that are already familiar, you might get a little excited at this one. You guys know this can be a lot of fun. My actual names deck this time, okay. And so we could be talking about anything of iconic significance. It could be somebody's aunt, somebody's dog, right? Could be your name, their name. However it comes out is however it's going to come out for you. And then also, I will be pulling, excuse me, um, from the initials deck. All right. It's not my favorite version, though it is the green version so far until I make another one, but I don't know. The OG is just kind of it for me until now. But like I said, that's packed up, you guys. I got the event coming again. If you can make it, Kingston, Pennsylvania. I know a lot of you are nowhere near there, and that's cool. I get it. Just send some love, light for the day, and for the people that definitely maybe could use it. That do show up to the event that's coming Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. All right, and it's really just donations in order to get a reading. And it's not like, I'm saying, how much are you going to give me? Well, you only get 4 minutes. I'm not, you're going to get a full session. No worries. Just happy to help. And, grateful to be able to use my giftings to assist those that, maybe really are in need. Okay. So there's that. And of course, Studio M is the event space, yes, but also the boutique you guys don't want to miss out on. All right. There's a lot of, I'll give it to Miss Tiffany. She has a lot of different types of jewelry. And I think I love that about her boutique because I don't think you're really getting that just anywhere. I mean, if I can go to like a big box retailer who's no longer in business, my understanding, at least not in a brick and mortar sense anyway, like a physical location, would be like Charming Charlie. I do recall you could go in, everything was like color coded, and it was like this is the red area, the green area. But I feel like Studio M goes above and beyond that because on top of it, it's not just the different colors, it's like the different styles. She's got some really thoughtful gift sets in there as well. I mean, it's really neat. And she and her family, who, uh, you know, help out and run the business, definitely are great people. And if you're coming out for Saturday, be prepared to see some like Macy's vibes up in there too with their holiday windows. They got a lot going on. And I'm grateful to be able to return there. The first event was a hit. You guys really did show up and show out, and I really appreciate you all for that. I really felt the love as well, and the mutual respect was pretty cool too. So I really do look forward to again this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You guys, Kingston, Pennsylvania, 133 Division Street. Just to do it again. I think I think we should do a lot more of what pleases us to do and be around a lot more people and allow ourselves a lot more chances to be around those people that do, assist us with keeping the vibe high, keeping things healthy and sane, right? So all of that plus more, okay. If you're coming out to the event on Saturday, you'll find, I promise. All right. And I get it. For those that can't make it, it's no worries. I don't feel disrespected or anything. We're good. I just appreciate you guys when you do come on the live streams, when you do check out the uploaded messages to the channel, and you support by sharing, telling a friend, telling your mama, right? And all of that. You guys are amazing, and I hope I do know that. Okay, I have the best collective, hands down. No one is telling me anything different, okay? Because it just wouldn't be the truth. So, if you know me, you know I love truth, okay? So speaking of truth, we were going to get into that in a bit, but first I'm going to ring the bell. For those that know what to do, you may do so now. For those that maybe need to figure it out, all right, I'm going to help you out. Just hit up the description box below this video and any video you may find on this channel. And then you're going to want to scroll down, you guys. You know what? I have a lot to share. Sharing's caring, right? So fault me not for that, but I did make a point to highlight a section titled live stream rules. Okay. And all you got to do is look for that. And then I got you. All right. Level white, you guys. Um, what's a live over there? Oh, you're saying this is a live stream, right? I was like, oh no. I'm like, what are you? I think I've seen too many horror movies, you guys. I went somewhere with that, right? Really, I was like, what is like, oh no, what are we looking for? What's alive? That's funny. All right. Okay, now let me see here. I'm going to take some hydration. Still trying to get back on track with that, you guys. I'm like, okay, water. You love water. We love water, right? Water does a body good. Oh, okay, Cassandra. Ooh. Hold on one second. Hold on, I'm hearing a song and I really need to know what it is really quick. Oh, it's 11:11. It just changed to 11:12. Synchronicities. All right, Cassandra and anyone else paying attention. Who knows why this is coming through? Hold on a second. 199. I gotta like. Oh, it came right up. That's. I tried to type this out. Cassandra, I think this is connected, but I don't know. I don't know how it could be. But there is this song by Murray Head. It's from 1984, and it's called One Night in Bangkok. The creme de la creme of the chess world. Wait, hold on a second. Listen to this shit, right? Okay, One Night in Bangkok. So, you know, for those that know, like, I love 80s music, fault me not, okay? But the song, I don't really know how to sing at all, but the part that started coming through the channeling, just really quick, because this has to mean something. It's like, one night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster. The bars are temples, but the pearls ain't free. Ooh, and the clock was, again, where I'm at anyways, right? 11:11. But as I saw, I'm trying to be like, Cassandra, it's 11:11, right? It went 11:12. So progress immediately. Pearls ain't free, right? We not casting pearls. So probably got the answer there, but let's just check the deck. No, let me stop. Oh my god, the Tower, the Ten of Wands, the Thievery card, I mean the Seven of Swords, bottom of the deck, the Fool card, which is a maybe. All right. I just want to keep going. Forgive me. Hold on one second, Cassandra, because we did get our yes, right? Said that just hit. Said that just hit. Yeah. There could be third party energy here too. Like, ooh, 3 of Cups to the Lovers. That's probably. Oh my god. Why with the music, Cassandra? That's so funny. Hold on a second. So now I'm hearing Uptown Funk, right? And it's like, I'm too hot. Hot damn. Make a dragon want to retire, man. Okay, so you have no idea. I don't know. But basically, long story short, it's a yes, okay, because I'm giving walking away energy was right. The judgment call was right. Okay. Sarah, that's for you. That's so crazy. All that music. Maybe just because do you hear a lot of music? Like subconsciously, we can just carry music. Like I noticed that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to like I'll say say like I'm gonna go to the dollar store, right? I won't say which one, right? And it's like you automatically know like what songs you're gonna hear, even though nobody asked, right? You start learning, like if you start checking into more of your thoughts, you're like, oh yeah, no, this makes sense that I hear this here. But I also started noticing that like sometimes you guys, I don't know if anyone else this has happened to. I'm good. I haven't forgotten about the free tarot. Hold on. All right. Um, but sometimes I will channel songs and then I'll turn around. I'll be like, I don't even know that song. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's too old of a song sometimes, right? And then I'll go somewhere and then I'll hear that song. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what? It's just so funny how that can happen. Um, so maybe you guys can resonate with that. But okay, so decision is spot on, Cassandra. Okay. You're dying laughing because the music's hitting too. Spirit got jokes, bro. Like dead ass. Oh, look at this at the bottom of the deck. Lady Justice. That happened to you, Cassandra? Oh, it's okay. See, not just me. All right. Thank you for for outing yourself on that one, Cassandra. All right, let me focus here. In my Piscean energy hard. All right, let's see. So, cat goddess. So that's not it. Like I would be probably checked out if I tried to say yes or no to that one. So like, do you want to say, um, do you want to ask cat goddess if 2026 is going to be as great as you know it to be? That's probably a perfect question regarding the same topic. Go figure. Should we ask it that way? Because I can't really just be like yes or no to a what question. It doesn't even really matter what the what is asking about, right? And that's not me picking on you. I'm just trying to be clear why I'm asking you. Should we ask a different question? Okay. All right. All right. So here we go. But remember, you gotta do your part. You gotta know that 2026 is as great as you know it should be, right? Okay. So now let's get the confirmation. Is that enough of a confirmation for you, cat goddess? Do your part, remember though, right? So it comes in faster, not because it won't come in, but so it comes in faster, like at the beginning of 2026. You know what I'm saying? Right? Even a yes at the bottom of the deck in case you still tried to worry and wonder. All right. Okay. So we're going to get into the rest of the message, and then I will again, you guys, for sure, hit that bell again. So if you feel skipped over, please don't take it personal. You're very welcome, cat goddess. It was not on purpose. Okay. If it happened at all. No, he's anywho, back to the phoenix at hand, rising from the ashes, not actually being engulfed by them and sucked down to the earth, to be clear. And I get it. It feels like it's trying, you know what I mean? Maybe some of you even felt pushed up against the wall with your back there to the point where you had to start trying to figure shit out and you started to study. Okay. Well, long story short, that sounds crystal clearly accurate when we're talking about things like the ultimate strategist, aka the universe, God, goddess, as it were. Love and light, Putamu. So, the divine often, which makes sense, go figure, will utilize things that we really care about and or things that like make us feel really good and or like really bad to get and keep our attention to learn lessons that we've already signed up for. Okay. So it's really happening for you, not to you, babe. All right. And long story short, that is really the epitome of this lesson. It's giving from you to you. And I know we're here talking about a lover connection. And I know you're here going, yeah, but what about the person on the other side? And still we're talking about you. And there's a synchronicity in that if you resonate with tonight's message. All right. Because this again, this meaning the whole thing, the relationship, the jealous ass haters I'm hearing, I'm trying to say bitter mofos, but I'm hearing um, jealous. Oh, sorry. Here it is. Jealous ass baby mamas, right? So it takes all kinds to kind of create this chaos that you've been ferreting through. All right, this is not come through just for you in the sense of like, wow, it's all your fault because you're the main person character energy, right? No, it's just a friendly reminder you're the main person character energy and should always maintain that perspective in your own world, irregardless of whomever else may be or may not be in it. Okay. And again, so you to you, why? So that you live this out, okay, in truth and authenticity in the most beautiful and glorious um, senses of the sentiment, all right, of the experience, of the lifestyle, all right, of the goal. And whoever I'm speaking to be clear, this is not a situation where karma doesn't favor you. Whoever I'm speaking to, which makes sense, I literally have the best collective, so duh, right? Is extremely generous, all right? And you've done a bit of the work here. Understatement, okay? And by work, we're talking about shadow work. Well, perseverance is part and parcel of that coursework. I'll give you that. That makes sense. Uh, Whoever I'm speaking to is also creative. Uh-oh. Are you doing something too good, honey? Yeah. That's how you know you've arrived, when you've got somebody hating. And you've got a few somebodies, a few mofos too. And damn it, if I do say so myself, bitter, jealous ass baby mamas. Okay. And so depending on how that resonates for you, okay, it's going to further resonate, perhaps, as it should, that people mistake your confidence level on the other side of doing that work that not everybody wants to do. They're not good at it, so they don't continue to try, right? They try to like twist it around to tell the tale of you being cocky. You know, it's giving, what's wrong with being confident? Confidence and arrogance are two different things. And these people are so foreign with even the idea, let alone the experience of confidence, that they cannot tell the truth. And even if they could, let's be honest, many of them wouldn't want to, just because it wouldn't benefit them. As I look down at this jealous ass green eyed energy, but some of you could have green eyes, and or your lover here, who will be returning, perhaps has green eyes. Maybe both of you do. That'd be pretty cool. Um, and so, along with your assertiveness here, what also often gets tweaked is the perception of your optimism. They call you crazy, delulu, and not in the way that works for you, just in the way that is an attempt to measure you as small. The whole time again, main person, character, energy. Please don't forget that, okay? Because you can't be the only one not knowing the obvious anymore. It's not going to bode you well, okay? So stay optimistic about that as well while you're at it, okay? Overall, I do want to say keep up the good job. You still exist, and you still stand, and you still stand on the great side of karma, dare I say. Hmm. Um, Gosh, I feel like I'm stalling. Maybe it's a personal thing. I feel like it's not. But I got to get into the nitty gritty, as it were, right? I'm glad this resonates, Utamo. Sorta. It's kind of bittersweet, right? Love and light, babe. Okay. So, so I did also, just me trying to do my due diligence, but I want to talk about this firstly before we get in that ass. Okay. This is not a doom and gloom situation. If anything that I'm saying, channeling, doing, showing is causing anxiety, please leave. All right. I'm not here for that, right? If you're getting triggered beyond your comfort zone, I can understand that. And even still, I kind of want to say, are you sure you can't kind of sit it out till the end, which really is this beautiful new beginning? You feel me? Like it's again not this this too shall pass. We're not talking about this is the situation at hand and period, end of sentence, end of life. None of that, to be clear, right? But at the same time, I don't want to be participating in anything that, kind of gets you just in an uproar to the point where you're spiraling out, all right? Because there will be none of that. There's no need for it. And maybe this whole conversation could be a synchronicity or a friendly reminder for someone out there. And you not to out yourself about that, but you best do the work. All right. And just breathe in the now space. Okay. Because that's all you have, anyways. Make your now space comfortable, babe. I'm not here, beyond, maybe a trigger or two to make you be on the complete opposite end of the spectrum of, comfortability, to be clear. Okay. And really, maybe I'm saying that too because whoever I'm speaking to that resonates with this has been through so much, you might feel like you had to make new skin. Some of you, you might feel like you're missing hair right over this. You damn sure was missing sleep. Some of you have had your reputations attempted, keyword, to be sullied, soiled. All right. People trying to talk down on you, dim your light. That is clearly obvious. It's like, okay, so y'all trying to do the most and y'all just making me shine anyhow. Even with added darkness, I just still am at the center point of the light. Anyhow. And they just hated you all the more. Okay. And there may be some key significance about this lover of yours. This could be counterpart energy. This could be, even emperor energy is giving like baddie energy in the glorious sense of the word baddie, right? Whether guy, girl, what have you, and we are talking energy, okay? Um, so this is at least giving like the potentiality, right, for power couple. So, the two of yous link up, it's gonna damn sure be how are you gonna have this and this walk in a room and nobody's head swiveling? That would be weird and odd, right? As odd as it would be weird and odd to see the two of yous in a room together. It'd be like a freaking, how you can't look away from like a train wreck? This is like the opposite end of the train wreck in the most like heavenly sense, like wow, like again please, right? So of course they're looking this they're used to train wrecks at best on a good day. You know what I mean? And so hella jealousy. um I don't know if, definitely with this emperor energy, this could give key significance for some sort of person who would be part of the like um they would be like an entrepreneur. They would have like a business or at least a hustle, you know what I mean? And you too, though, right? Like it's like on top of being, pelted with all this shit, right? And there could have been spell work. This is kind of giving like, there could be some significance to what's that? Is that what's that? When the Mickey Mouse was the wizard, was that Fantasia? Is that, or is that just a singer? Hold on a second. Oh no, it's Fantasia and a singer. Okay, so there we go. Right? Could be some significance. Lovely NSF. Thank you, babe. There could be some significance to Mickey Mouse, right? Fantasia, the name, somebody's name could be Fantasia, and or the singer, since they both kind of popped through there. But this is not all in your head. Okay. This is not what people, even in groups, I'm hearing up to three, or maybe up to three people. I literally just heard up to three, so take that for what it's worth. Okay. Um, that really tried to like tell this whole story, this narrative, Love and Light Fiona. Um, and it just really just wasn't the truth. And they maybe said it over and over and over and over again. You know what that kind of sounds like? Insanity, right? But it wasn't coming from you. Whoever's resonating with this, okay? This was not you. This was not born out of you, your own doing, right? But they tried to tell it like that. Oh, collective members, their own worst enemy. It's all in their head. Blah, la, 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 la. Oh, I never said that. Oh, I never would do that. Oh, wasn't me. Right? Whole time there's like this plot and planning agenda. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take her man on the 4th. Then on the 10th, I'm gonna come in. Right? It's like, well, hold on. Which, me personally, collective, I want to immediately question what kind of man, right? But we're going to get into that, okay? We are going to get into that. Just being guided to ring the bell. For those that maybe just came in the back, all right? For the free yes, no tarot, okay? Definitely going to hydrate again. I love water. Retraining my brain, collective. See how it works? Oh, thank you for the feedback. Butamo, I just saw that. Thank you so much, babe. I'm glad it's resonating, and we were going to get to the bottom of some things, and I do have a message from this person on the other side that we're going to kind of get into next, okay? All right, let's see about DWNSF. Okay. A lot of mental space energy here. Wow, I'm not laughing at you, babe. I'm just like, whoa, okay, we already had the yes, right? Utilize the strength. And I'm just picking up, I don't know if this is your person's, I don't know if this is like, seems like DW's energy, right? Even though you're being asked to be strong, I just heard like a bunch of like voices in the head. I don't know if this is maybe somebody, excuse me, ooh, who maybe needs to cleanse, but also this person could be around like groups of people, like maybe even in like I don't know, like study halls come to mind, or like not like libraries, but like out in public, like Starbucks or some shit, or this is kind of what it sounds like in their head, which would give stress at best, right? And I cut the deck to that energy. You're being asked to kind of like let this shit happen as it's gonna. Okay, close out the cycle and still do you and be the baddie you already are. Like you already know what to do, NSF. Okay. Okay, he is a profession that requires to study. Yeah, I got like study hall, but I didn't really know how to describe that because what I was kind of seeing, like setup wise, would for me, like just from my experiences in life, would be not really like I wouldn't say it would be like a study hall. I would say would be probably um a library at a university. Like there are like these large tables, but like a lot of people still around, like big rooms or hall space with a lot of people and books and things. That's crazy. Um this person could have some like addictions about them, or like addictions don't have to mean like substances. Again, that mental space energy could be something where it's like, you know, like maybe this person's always conflicted. I mean, when I cut to, I believe it was the 8 of Swords, or whatever, how many swords it was, that's definitely telling of conflicted energy. And I just shuffled the deck and got the Devil card energy in reverse. Okay. Um, this person, from what I can see in the cards on this quick, you know, free yes no, right? Can make a turnaround, right? Like can get through whatever else they're getting through right now in life, and could get back into um better footing with you eventually. But I feel like for right now, let the chips fall where they may. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. If you think that he has an addiction, that's your intuition saying that's the case, most likely, right? I mean, most likely. And then I'm picking up through the cards, right? And I just have to say, lastly, and I don't think this is funny, but the Devil card energy in reverse, you usually for real, don't want to see that. Especially if that would be um connecting to like the energy of like addiction. It could be kind of deep, you know, and regardless of what it is, you know, and it may not be, doesn't have to be substances. Like there's many kinds of addictions. Okay. Some people are addicted to helping, you know what I mean? And usually you go, oh, helping doesn't hurt. Yes, it can. Go ahead and try and get in the way of the divine plan and see if that ain't ouchy, right? Also, go ahead and try to give from an empty cup and see if that also ain't ouchy, right? So, helping can hurt, right? And maybe that's coming through just to, you know, again, remind you, NSF, let the chips fall where they like, let the all that dust settle. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, that's cool. No worries. All right. But yeah, hopefully that gave you the clarity you needed for the time being, and I look forward to reading your cards. I'd be honored. All right, now let me see here. Right, like people pleasing, damn sure can be. Psh, hello, almost died, bro. Like I almost died trying to. Whoo, I like, and was stubborn about learning the lesson. Go figure. So then almost died again, right? Like I'm like, oh my gosh. Whoo. All right. So yeah. That's why I'm so passionate about like giving the friendly reminders about, people pleasing. And I tell anyone who will listen on the channel, especially you guys, people pleasing lane leads nowhere pleasant. Abort. Like, uh, you know, list the house if you gotta and relocate immediately. Yeah, you know what, NSF, no one's perfect. I'll give you that. But at the same time, when you know, like, how you can actually get to the life that you want and the love that you want, you really stop bending down for people that want to be where they're at. You know what I mean? I am all for helping, right? But to your detriment, hell no. Like, because at the end of the day, then you're fearing, right? Extremely best case scenario in those energies, let's be honest, you're fearing that the divine doesn't have them. You're fearing that there's no ultimate plan for that person just because you are detaching, just because you are stepping back in love and in light. I'm not talking about bitterness, resentfulness, pettiness, immaturity, toxicity, being a Karen. Sorry, Karen, if there's a Karen out there. It's just, quite unfortunately for you, I suppose, an expression culturally. No offense, okay. Um, yeah. So and it's a process. It's not necessarily a one and done. Like, oh, ask me how I know, right? Like I literally have like coached myself to be like, okay, never again. And then I turn 3 weeks later, it's like, oh, and then wonder why I'm feeling the way that I do. But long story short, eventually, right, you start to know, I don't want to go through it. It's kind of how people go, I'm too old for this shit. Like, it's like, I'm too learned for this shit. I'm too worthy of so much better than this shitty shit, right? And then you really kind of just move on and in love and in light, of course, right? And get to the good stuff, the good part, right? Love and light, Spoonie. I wanted to ask how you're feeling. I was thinking about you earlier today. I just wanted to make sure. I know I missed you on, I think, our last live stream. I wanted to be sure you were feeling okay, babe. Um, oh, you're in shadow band. What are you? Uh, I promise you, it's nothing I'm doing. Like, shoot, it might. Are you sure it's not me in the shadow band? Just joking, but um, I don't really understand why that is. I really don't. So they confirmed it, but like said why? I'm done. Don't get me don't get me started, right? Like I could like I almost kind of want to go down the rabbit hole, but no, I'm keeping the vibe high because I get the level of frustration, Spoonie, to be clear, okay? And I also too have sent several messages to Meta, like like why you got the target so obvious? Question mark. I literally asked them that because I just had a question. But anyways, all right, so let me get you settled in here, Spoonie, now that you're back. I was wondering. All right, you guys, listen up. I'm being guided to get back into the message. If I skipped over you, okay? Oh, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that happen. If I skipped over you, it's nothing intentional. I gotta keep the ebb and flow with the channel here. And I will again ring the bell, I promise. Okay, you guys. So get comfy, hang out with your girl, and let's get to the bottom of this, okay? Because we about to get all right. So going back to the age old question of mine, anyways, right? What kind of man, right? just let somebody quote unquote take them. Because, my thought process goes like, okay, it takes two to tango at least, right? Nobody can make you do something that you don't want to do. But yet there are these like um, gray areas. All right, maybe gray is a color of some significance or somebody's name or somebody's hair color. Okay. And so we're going to take a look a little bit more closely. I forgot to pick. I'm laughing at myself because earlier I was like, do I want to pick this deck? And I was like, maybe, no, I don't know. And then I was like, okay, I'll meditate on it. And now I just tried to freak out because I was like, oh, I didn't pick a deck for this part of the reading. And it's like, you already picked it though. Like, so there's some synchronicity to that. I hope somebody's getting this, right? Like, it's like, yes, no, maybe so, I don't know. But the whole time you do know. And this could be this person's energy. Like, it's like, ugh, like I knew when you came on the scene, like however to say it, right? I knew when we first met. I knew when I first laid eyes on you, right? That you were the one, that you were the baddie, that you were the option, not an option, right? But at the same time, it just didn't get and stay off the ground. It just people, places, and things got in the way intentionally. Evil eye is a evil eye. You know what I mean? People seeing things that they perceive better than their own and wanting them, and maybe not even always being able to authentically express that as factual. How sad and bitter and messy is that? Do you know what I mean? Like, you just never want to be in those energies. I don't really envy anyone in karmic energy. And I say that because we all can be, you guys. There's duality to this thing called life. Duh. Right? And so the ebb needs the flow, right? The yin needs the yang in order to create what? Balance, which when you are balanced, when a connection is balanced, right? There is peace there, calm, peace, and serenity. That's why they call it Zen. So interesting. I think we did have Zen come out. Wait, let me just see. Did we not? No, we did not. Okay. Wait, is this it? No. I did not notice that about this card, you guys. All right, so we've been chatting up a bit about this one, the Phoenix rising from the ashes, right? But this was the original current energies, okay? And this is definitely an illustration of the current energies of this connection between you and this lover, okay? Or vice versa, if you're a cross watcher, perhaps. um, but I did not notice. That's so crazy. It's like obviously this card is upside down, right? I didn't notice the hands there. I just saw the bridge and then I just looked quickly because I was like trying to, get done and keep the channel just all right, next deck, blah blah blah, right? But look at this, you guys. Whether you are in this connection and it's upright and or whether you are in this separation as it currently stands, you guys, for those that don't know, in tarot land, at least, as I lovingly term it, when you see illustrations on, whether it's tarot cards or oracles, Lenormand comes to mind, etc. A hand in the sky is almost always significant to divinity, all right? Divine assistance, backing, okay? Spiritual-ish, all right? Top tier, to be clear, all right? It's giving like Ace of Cups vibes with this. All right. Whether you can see evidence of that or not, this particular couple, this particular um, lover and you connection, your bond is definitely protected by divine forces. So you are coming up extremely important. You cannot help but to rise from these fiery ashes. All right. Maybe the divine just had to get your attention. I say maybe tongue in cheek. And this is on both sides of the fence, not just you. All right. Again, if you want to say it, we can. Takes two to tango, right? And so that means that you and this person definitely have a spiritual connection. Okay, you definitely have a spiritual contract, right? To learn, if nothing else, right? And again, what was the significant aspect of the lesson from you to you? Isn't that neat that the divine could use someone else outside of you to teach you more about how you don't need anyone and that you're amazing? I hope you got that. All right, because it's kind of given that's going to assist you with the ebb and the flow here as you're rising from the fiery ashes, okay? Not engulfed and stuck down in them, okay? Now, I do see that there is the energies of disgust and regret connected to this connection, obviously not really being a thing right now, okay? But at the same time, this seems to largely come from this emperor type of energy. I promise you'll see why I keep referring to this person as emperor in just a few. But I really want to hone in on these energies of some significance, all right? Just as significant, there is double the energy of jealousy. And the reason why I say that is because you've got both the jealousy as well as envy cards, all right? And so that led me to connect to this obvious evil eye energy and you know, connecting to these karmics, some of which are trying to make it seem like, no, the ball's in your cart. Excuse me, in your cart. Right? Somebody's shopping right now. Get me something. No, let me stop. But anyways, the ball's in your court as far as being Delulu. Like all eyes point to you, all sources say it's you, and the whole time it's like, ain't no way. There could be some significance to the name Mary, right? Um, but anyways, okay, so these people or this person definitely hella jealous over your hustle, whether that's simply and solely your career or not. Maybe some of you have careers as well as side gigs, or you're going to school to study to be something different than what you've currently been operating as. All right, they're jealous of the money you make and or your abundance. You guys, spiritual abundance trumps money, right? Like I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, what? I am so blessed, rich, and like feeling amazingly loved right now because for the most part, if I'm looking for food, I can find it. You know what I mean? If I'm looking for shelter or safety, I can find it. Even if it's just simply and solely with me, putting my coach hat on, saying what we're going through, and it could be hunger, right? It could be, not necessarily feeling like you're inside of a comfort zone, though you're inside of a shelter, a dwelling space, right? You can alchemize that shit. And so, again, with this kind of like personal lesson here, even though there are many people assisting you to learn it, right? You start to put that coach hat on or that alchemist, um, you know, garb of sorts. Now I'm back to that Fantasia energy with the kind of wizard outfit on Mickey. um, but some people, with this green eye jealousy energy, whether you have green eyes or somebody in this connection has green eyes or not, I really just get that this is definitely connecting to that evil eye energy. Maybe there is a particular karmic who does have green eyes that could be of some significance. But that sentiment of being green eyed does often make reference to this jealousy, this envious type of energy. And so, um, another form of hold on a second. Another form of flattery is also imitation. So these karmics, whether they know it or not, like, they're all hating on you, and many of them are trying to copy you at the same time. It's like, how dare you hate on me and flatter me at the same time? There's some significance to these people smiling in your face, like, oh no, I didn't take your man on the 4th. Oh no, we didn't go there on the 10th. Maybe there's like receipts you even had about like how did like y'all just making it so damn obvious. I know this is something because I want to really bop my nose off. It's so itchy speaking somebody's truth. And you know what? I almost want to apologize for that because I wish it weren't. You know what I mean? Because this is shit. This is really shitty. And it kind of makes me want to go back to what kind of man, which we're gonna get into this, okay? But you're being guided in the meantime to distance yourself, keep your distance, kind of like I told NSF, like, yeah, let that dust settle, right? Whether that's taking a vacation, pampering yourself as you should, because self love and self care, all right, is supposed to be part and parcel of your entire lifestyle. In case you didn't remember that, you remember now, okay? Um, and just do what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, okay? What keeps you inside of the realm of balance and, dare I say, sanity, as well as that peace, all right, in that balanced baseline calm, peace, and serenity type of energy. Now, some of you guys, they attempted to share a little something, okay? And sharing is not always caring when you're talking about STDs, you know what I mean? So also some of that ass tapping is really just going to lead to karmic repercussions, uh, to include STD. Okay, so take that with a grain of salt if you must. Hopefully, that's not resonating for everyone, but take heed, be mindful, wrap it up. Okay, get those test results. You know what I'm saying? Okay, share it on my chart. All right. When this person comes back around, because one thing for me is like I am not trying to be the one that actually like literally has to die on the strength of somebody else's good time, whether it was a good time or not. How could it be a good time when it ain't as good as you? You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. This is giving stupid. This is the energy I don't really enjoy to deal with. That's why I don't really back to back to back try to jump into Karmicville, because it is insanity. All right. Please, if this is resonating and you do have it on hand, if you don't, you're still fine, to be clear. This is just asking you to, help you out a little bit more, right? Hit up the Palo Santo, all right? Burn it a little bit, take it around, okay? And also, do your other aspects of spiritual cleansing when you're in the shower, all right? Utilize the water. You guys speak to your water, whether it's on you or going in you, okay? They literally have done scientific tests about it. The water really will change its molecular structure on the other side of words being spoken into it, okay? So speak out what you want and get that already, right? These people are so jealous, they just cannot stand your ass. They can't stand that you just keep on shining. They can't stand that you just are still standing and persevering, right? Some of you are still, embarking on new projects on the other side of learning. This is also maybe connecting to some, formal type of learning, or institutional type of learning. And there could be heavy significance to earth sign energy here, regarding some. I feel like it's not all. I feel like there's no way in hell every karmic energy that I'm tapping into right now for this particular collective message is just an earth sign, just saying. But there is heavy significance to that, or someone of being an earth sign. And maybe this could even be connecting to you. Energy feels weird coming off that card. But I just know, just obviously, that's not every single karmic out there, to be clear. And I feel like I'm saying that because I don't want anybody going, okay, it's not the Aquarius. Like, if your intuition, you already know, you're seeing like people's faces and hearing their names basically on the strength of this message. Please take heed, okay? Because then at that point, this whole lesson about from you to you gets really dark. I don't want that for you, babe. Okay. Um, and so these people are in competition with you, you know, definitely wanting to steal your man, steal your identity. Okay. I literally need somebody's identity. That's so crazy. That just recently happened to me too. But somebody's actual identity could have been like breached, or some aspect of like maybe like the Amazon account or something, when I just said about the cart energy. That's crazy, bro. You guys check your accounts, you know what I mean? Especially around this time of year, you guys check those accounts, okay? Because you don't want to be paying $9.90. Somebody had the audacity to take, and I don't even have a DoorDash account, all right? They racked up my card with a DoorDash pass. And I was like, what? So yeah, not cool, right? Thankfully it wasn't like a large amount of money, but at the same time, it shouldn't have been any amount. You know what I mean? But check your, because you know how many times, like even just $10 at a clip, that can add up to hundreds. You know what I mean? If it's a repetitive offense. So you guys check, somebody needs to check their, like, I want to say like bank account, right? But I really also want to say statement. Whatever you get statements about, like whatever you know, could be like a credit card, not just like your debit card, if that makes sense. Anywho, all right. Let's see what's really good with this. Like, what are we talking about here with this person, though? Like, enough with the karmics. I want to know, like, what they did. Not that this person gets off scot-free. I want to know what they all did. Thank you, Cat Goddess. I mean, I'm blessed and grateful that it was just a nominal amount. But at the same time, like, people just shouldn't be taken from people. You know what I mean? So, you know... And you know, that's not the first time it's happened. And it is often like around this time of year, you guys. I don't know what it is, you know, I guess people are just scammers and shit. And like no one had my card. Like my card was always with me. Like I don't really go out that much, and so it wasn't anything like that. So I'm like, how the hell did they get that then though? You know, like freaking DoorDash. Shouldn't they know I don't have an account? Like it's weird. I don't know. It's just weird. Because how do you not have an account? Like I feel like if I downloaded the DoorDash app, they'd be like, "We don't know you. Like make an account, right?" So how? I don't know. It's just really weird. Really weird. Ooh, do tell spirits. Ooh. All right, you guys, there is hella significance to green eyes. Okay. And I really feel at this point, after what just happened, and this may not be for everyone. I will give you that. I'm mindful of it, right? But this is coming through like to the point where like I can't not talk about it. These two cards, the two of coins, which I actually misread that. I thought it was the two of cups. Wow, this is getting deep, bruh. What is this card before I talk about these others? Oh my god. Hold on. Oh my god, that's a beautiful. Okay. Ooh, hold on. I was not ready. You might feel like this when this person comes back, collective. Wow. And I already knew from the cards that I did pull from the tarot, um, that this person's coming in soon because the Ten of Wands was of significance, right? And so I get it. Obviously, we're not talking about like the month of October because it's already passed. Maybe starting around the month of October, you kind of felt the stirring in your spirit, like, oh, maybe it's a thing. Because I know whoever I'm speaking to, all right, from the collective side of perspective, you've been waxing and waning between this is over, this is still a thing. This is over. This is still a thing. This is over. This is still a thing. And I get it. It's because you have a spiritual connection and a spiritual contract with this person. This person that clearly betrayed you. This Two of Cups coins card. I know I'm not delusional. I know. I'm just saying, like, Spirit did that thing with my eyes. Two of coins. Yes, I'm aware it says, but I literally originally read it spiritually, perhaps, right? As Two of Cups. The Two of Coins also is part of the message. All right. There's duality here. And the Fool card both fell atop of, I mean, literally like this, you guys, atop of the green eyes card. The fact that I read the Two of Coins originally as the Two of Cups is a definite significance. This person, okay, now hold on. I need to share what's coming through the channeling, and then I also kind of feel like I need to do my due diligence and clean that up. So listen and listen good to the whole thing, okay? This person, this green-eyed person, all right, or this karmic, pulled the wool over the eyes of your person. Now hold on, because again, still taking two to tango though. Like you pull the wool, and then what though? Because like I feel like your person could have like maybe at least tried to like struggle out of the wool, not just be like, okay, wool, okay. But that's exactly what the fuck happened. Because this Two of Coins card talks about prioritization, it talks about juggling, it talks about back and forth, it talks about being financially adept and quick decisions. So this means that somebody was fallen into somebody's play on the fantasy that literally was just the illusion. All right. This is like the energy of like, oh yeah, no, I'll take care of you. Yeah, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can build, baby. We can do it all. We can travel there. I got you. I'm gonna buy you that blah blah blah. All of this is giving like smoke and mirrors, right? But at the same time, you can't really hate the karmic because at least they took on teaching your person all of them lessons. You don't have to do it all, always and always. Is what that sometimes that sentiment actually can mean. All right. And you guys, when you're talking about a spiritual connection, you're not talking simply and solely, roses and candy, riding off into the sunset on, bareback horses at the beach at all, right? A lot of you, chosen ones, power couple energies, right? Counterparts. When you are in right and proper, like, position, perspective, and balance, you're unfuckwittable. You are the example. You are the blueprint. All eyes on you. That's a lot of pressure, right? So, again, long story short, going back to how you can't hate the karmic, because now you know exactly what kind of energies are out there, okay, that you could be up against. Not that they have to overtake you and thwart you off your mission and stop you from being the baddie that you are, whether guy, girl, what have you, but in the sense of realizing, if you will please, that you don't have to be affected by it in spite of it. Okay, because ain't no stopping a phoenix already rising from the ash. What you gonna do? Pull it down out of the sky? Talking about it's not a Macy's parade float. You know what I mean? Like this is real shit. Top tier, upper echelon. You know how you can tell because you know how to persevere to the point where people wonder how and why. They don't like that at all. To be clear, okay. Um. So the Fool card, all right. Also talking about holding back. This person was like, okay, I'm a little bit messy because I kind of like the drama. I kind of like the impulsivity. Maybe they have a mental health sitch. You know what I mean? It's happened before, right? Um, and so this person like really had like lack of self-confidence at some point. I mean, I'm not trying to word curse, I'm just trying to explain. And so that led to a lack of faith and also fed into their pass, if you will, that they were giving to themselves personally. And this is how you know they should be holding themselves accountable on the other side of this to really be honest about this fact. And so they kind of gave themselves a free pass to continue out with the impulsivity, led to more mess. All right. But you being the light that you are, okay, the light even on the darkest days, all right, has really been this spiritual energetic frequency that has guided the fuck out of this person to kind of like do the work, to start questioning. Why you lying to me, karmic? Why you wanna lie? Why you lying again? When will these things be truthful that you stated? Right? Like they started calling the fuck out of this karmic. Like, well, hold on a second. Well, hold on. I paid you $5.99 and you come back with 3 P's for my meal, right? Like, could you imagine you roll up to the cafe, you're like, okay, wow, the meal is $5.99 tonight, you guys. That's so great. It comes with peas. And they put 3 P's on your so why don't you look at the karmic or whomever else energy, right? Not calling anybody out as somebody they're not, but the energy ain't lying. Why are you not looking at the karmics like that when they put the three P's on your plate, whether it's promise or a passionate moment that is simultaneously gaslighting the fuck out of you, right? Etc. etc. You know what I'm saying? But here's the sitch. Phoenix. Okay, maybe that's somebody's name as well, right? We had Fantasia, now we got Phoenix. All right. Phoenix Fantasia. Fantasia Phoenix. I like it. It's like a stage name. Maybe there is some significance. I'm forgetting this pile. Hold on one second. I want to talk about this really quick though, because it just happened and it was big. There's some synchronicity to that. And I know what you're thinking. I'm not talking about down there. I'm talking about the moment, the gesture, the sentiment, the level of passion, perhaps, the level of authenticity. Because some of you don't even know your person to be in that level of authenticity. Let's keep it real, right? Maybe some of you have talked to your person about that. Like, can't you see it for what it like? So when you do that, what you're really saying, things like that. Challenge this person. That could have been part of the problem. Oh, you challenge me. Let me stay with the karmic who promises me shit that gives me a free pass to be impulsive. Oh, third party on the third. And snatched your man on the fourth. It's giving what goes around comes around, karmic. This is all messy. Everybody just learning lessons. I guess that's why they call it life. Well, to each his own, I suppose. We got this new beginning we're going to take a look at, though, and get to the beginning of the beginning, right? I don't want to say the end of anything, because really, is there an ending? Though there's this hard pause, the separation, though this person maybe told you, like, we're done, I don't really wanna, I don't, and probably showed you that they're done and don't give a fuck. It's so interesting how rainbow energy, aside from being connected to that of the LGBTQ plus community for synchronicities, also connects back to God's promise, as they say. Okay. And so this is definitely tying into the miraculous, right? Because otherwise, would you need God to promise kind of thing? This is something big. When you are the phoenix and also rising from the ash, that's big. Your energy is big. You are big. Okay? So you don't really fit in. You can't, you ought not to. Check. And you're not here to dim down your light in spite of the projection of all aspects of darkness onto you. Check, checkity, check, check. Right? Right. And this is what's leading you to this promise of this new beginning. All right. But I'm going to ring the bell for those that maybe didn't get a chance to get their question in last time. And then I think we're just going to close out with the last leg of the tarot. We're going to get into some archetypes, some names, and some initials, as well as that message from this person. Ugh. Love and Light Country. Love and Light Michael Williams. Love and Light Regaloka. Exactly, Cat Goddess. Like, why are people out there being assholes? Just like as if you don't know that, like, literally what you put out there comes back to you. Sometimes even in threes. Why would you risk it? It's not smart, I'll tell you that. But at the same time, you guys don't even get too judgy because we all have the capacity, all right, to get into karmic energy if we should fall prey to it and or participate in it, if we should will it to be so, whether you're being honest about your will in that or not. Free will can be bittersweet sometimes, you guys, right? Just saying. Just saying. Oh no, Fiona. Is there like I don't know if there's like an oil for that or not. My goodness. I'll definitely put my petition in for you, babe. That's not cool. It might be the weather. I know I personally, you guys have been utilizing a lot of like hot cold therapy for, you know, like certain inflammatory responses and things like that. Just because the weather, you know, it's not really anything else. Um, that's a very communicative yes. It seems like your schedule not only leads to lighter energies on the other side of receiving the results you want, but it seems like specifically like the way that you're posting or the amount of times, I don't really know um, how to say that more succinctly, is really like accurate and on point, like hitting the mark for success. Okay, so good job. Okay, now let me see here, Spoonie. All right, let me see. Mhm. You guys check out I know they're not on at the moment, but for those that are part of the Facebook group, there is a new post by one of our Honey Bun Collective members. Just saying, it was pretty cool. Lots of pictures. But you guys are welcome to do that over on the Facebook group, as well as the hold on 1 second. I'm gonna have to let me shuffle this. But you guys can do that over on the community board as well. All right. But I was grateful. I saw that post. I was like, yay. I was like, it wasn't me. Thank God I checked that. I almost shuffled that to shits. Ay. As I'm looking at the devil card energy. All right, here we go. Let me see what you're asking me about again. Let me see. Okay. All right, about wheat. Okay. So we have yes. All right. Coming out of the deck for you, as well as at the bottom, Spoonie. All right. You got this, though, Spoonie. You got this. Love and light, Leah. All right, now let me see here. There's like this stalling energy. Like, it's kind of annoying, right? When I try to like get back into this reading or like aspects of the reading, it's like hesitancy. There, I don't know. This person just probably feels guilty as fuck, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. Ooh. You guys, there's some significance to the winter solstice, okay? And you know how we talked about you being the light and everything, like in spite of the darkest night being so damn dark, right? Of all things, this card says find the light within. Remember I told you about this coursework from you to you? All right, so that you get to the top tier version of you, okay? And not just stuck in the I almost said fight or flight mode version of you, but that's not what I wanted to say. But maybe there's some significance to that flight or fight energy. Maybe this is shared energy between you two and not just simply their guilt. Depending on who I'm reading for, because counterparts, you know, you share the same chakral system, you're gonna feel that, you know what I mean? Whether it's from you to you or not, you're gonna feel that. So there's that. But this card with the winter solstice energy, it says tie up loose ends, validate feelings, hibernate, winter. And I'm telling you, in this new beginning is coming in soon. They're going to give you perhaps some call communication, text, hell, email. All right, maybe they unblock you. You know what I mean? Um, and they're going to express not only their feelings but their desire to essentially commit. You know, and I know it's giving right now. It's like, yeah, right. Maybe hockey is some significance. Maybe you guys went to games. Maybe you had season passes. Maybe somebody gave somebody a pass for a gifting kind of sort. But there is justice energy for you, and there are those hands. Like, that is pretty fucking amazing. This connection is supported, right? It's just that there were lessons that you were contracted to learn. And, just like that contract stands between you and this person, so too between your person and the karmics. So too between you and your own karmics. So too between, perhaps, for those, maybe not everyone that I'm reading for, but some, there could be contracts between you and this person's karmics, and the list can go on and on and on here, right? General collective makes sense. Um, but it's like, in spite of what circumstances may seem, there is a level of illusioned energy, okay? And I think that that is part and parcel of your protection. It's like, maybe if you knew, right? Um, then everyone would have to know that, like, in spite of these people's efforts, in spite of them getting your person in bed, getting your person in marriage or whatever, right? In spite of, I'm hearing somebody relocated with some, my goodness. You know, it's giving this too shall pass, because it was only ever meant to be until the lessons were learned between, whether on the part of your side of the fence here or on the part of your person's. Okay. And that ain't half bad, because guess what? Do you want to teach this person everything and then still find a way to be like, no, I respect you as like a learned person that like is on my like, it wouldn't really, it seems like probably pages and queens don't really fit together that nice, you know what I mean? For the long haul, probably not, because what would you talk about, you know what I mean? Like, how would you build? you know and so, also, you're not here to like literally just be enslaved, right? So you can love this person until the cows come home, right? And even the cows will come home and tell you, like, you're not supposed to do it all for this person, though you love them to death and everything, right? It's just not designed that way. And again, that is not to your detriment, to your benefit. It is part of your protection package, okay? Hand delivered by the divine, I'm hearing to say, right? Maybe there's some significance to hand delivery. Maybe there could be some sort of gift that's hand delivered, or maybe somebody's getting like a telegram or something. That'd be fun. And so let me see here. I moved the pile. I'm like, where's the emperor? There is some significance to the industry here. Okay. Somebody's person could have to travel for work in a metropolitan area, maybe even taking public transportation, like into the subway. Somebody here could be into politics. Hell, somebody here could be in the circus. All right, there's some sort of like stage performance, acting comes to mind. Okay, this is giving like Joey Tribbiani vibes. Like, hey, how you? Maybe this person was kind of like, probably not so much quality, but damn sure quantity, right? And now is learning, because as people do when they mature, and when the divine be on that ass, that quality over quantity. All right. And this person, definitely does understand that they owe an apology. They do understand that. I mean, just even if you just off the cuff, just kind of half-assed thought about how you might feel, knows that you've cried. You know what I mean? Whether they've cried or not, this person does seem to be the type that they're not really going to actually have all of their cards, their whole hand showing. I don't know if that's because of this industry or some sort of maybe even like if they are on a team, perhaps, whether hockey or not, just learning from life experience, like, hey, talk less, smile more. That's a Hamilton reference. But that's also connecting to like that stage energy, um, as well. New York could be of some significance as well. And maybe somebody wears pants like that. I don't know. I'm just really drawn to those pants. Like, sir, how your pants doing? I don't even mean it like that, but it's just like, look at these pants. Like, they got pockets, they got character and depth. I don't know. Oh my goodness. But this new beginning stands. I mean, you've got ace after ace about it. Okay. Just for like hella confirmation. Because I know it does not look good right now. But Divine's promising better days are coming in. And here's a 10 of Wands. Somebody could have a white dog. It could be of some significance. Or is that white? No, it's tan. It's not even white. But white stands. All right. Any dog will do, I guess. But could be some significance to that of a white dog. Maybe somebody does like lighting directions, sound. Uh, it's giving lights, camera action somehow, right? And this person, hold on one second. The person I'm reading for, again, the divine knows that you've been persevering just even mentally about this. There's like this extreme, like walking on water type of energy, and water really, speaking of tarot land and illustrations, when depicted, often talks to like an extreme amount of emotion, and the deeper and darker the hue of the water, right? So to the emotion, right? And not gonna lie to you, I see emotions at all levels here, and they're all in their own sentiment and right, pretty deep. I'm not gonna lie. I do see a lot of masked up energies on both sides of the fence, and that's not me calling anyone out. It's just that, it's a confirmation that this person also, for a time or two, maybe not from day one, not gonna lie to you, not from day one, but when karma really started to kind of get this person's attention, this regret and disgust energy, really hasn't left them. You know what I mean? They're all like, you know. So this person definitely knows that, they need to do things different, especially if they're going to be in your good graces. And they're willing to do that with this full card, leading to the death card energy. Love and light, Sean. They are ready to kind of, like the card even said with the winter solstice, it's like tie up loose ends, right? They are being hella guided, and you too, about this offer coming in, as well as you maintaining your emotional maturity, yes, but also like balanced heart space. And you know what, not gonna lie, in case anyone's wondering, you keeping your heart space balanced is definitely something that you most assuredly have to intend to do, because it does take that alchemy. All right. We've been talking about it since the beginning of the session. If you haven't noticed, please pay attention to the synchronicities. Please pay attention to the confirmations as well. All right. Many of you are getting confirmation that, I have been guilty of this lately. Like I'll be like listening to someone else's like tarot channel, and it's like, oh yeah, that hits, like, oh yeah. Sometimes you kind of get desensitized if you allow for it to be the case, I guess, right? Not like it's something intentional, but it's something you got to check about, right? Because if let's say like somebody here can resonate, I say this tongue in cheek, right? About hearing messages that, oh, the financial windfall's coming, oh, all of this abundance is coming, oh, the love of your life is coming, and you just get into this whole like, yep, next, right? And it's no longer got that sparkle and luster to it, like, yay. It's, you almost want to maintain your believability, kind of like the way that Elf, not to use that movie reference again, I don't know why, well, I guess the time of year, perhaps. Plus, it's one of my favorite movies. But, you almost want to be able to be in the excitability that Elf, the character, shares when he's explaining he knows Santa. It's almost like, you hear the tarot reader perhaps say, oh, yeah, the windfall of money is coming, blah, blah, blah. It's been released to you. And you go, yeah. But really, if you were smart about it, okay, and or if you were intentional, I'm not calling anyone stupid, to be clear. I'm just saying, um, you would be more in that sentiment of like, yay, it's coming, even though you've heard it 32,000 times, perhaps. Just saying. It's giving, this is a test. It's also giving, this is your life. Make of it what you will. And you are the alchemist. If you're talking about, and this is not your first time where you've heard the reference concerning your energy, all right, regarding the phoenix rising from the ashes. Why is that? Because you are the master manifester. Somebody does not want you to know this, does not want you to have the confidence about this and the believability the way that Elf does. All right, so get this, okay? You already are the master manifester. You already are the alchemist. That's why you're being pushed to continue on, because you can and you have been, and you damn sure will, as you should. All right. Sometimes it's just nice to have cards that are pretty, to give us the chance to talk about it, to receive that same confirmation, not validation. You already know this is you. Act like it, live like it, continue to have faith like it. Okay. This person's coming back around to gift you their cup. All right. This could be counterpart energy with that mirror there. If not, this could be for, perhaps a few of you, high level hierarchy soulmate energy. Someone to come in and assist, someone to build with. Okay. Someone to build you up. There's definitely, um, there's that stage. Maybe somebody's a director, um, a dancer, a stage actor. Hmm. It's so crazy because these karmics, look at this. For some reason, I'm honing in on this illustrated man's face. All right. And Spirit says that's exactly how the karmic's energy looks and stands to be next to your own. And whether you're in politics or not, honey, this is an illustration. Just go with it, whether you're guy, girl, what have you, of your energy. This is you persevering, all right, and winning the whole fucking time. Winning what? This the new, okay, the new beginning. In spite of the jealousy, in spite of the betrayal, in spite of the fuck shit. Now, I'm not here saying, hey, this is the most optimal setup to the love of your life and the relationship that most assuredly is here for you. I mean, the Ace of Swords even talks about this being a truth-filled situation, authentic situation. All right. And the Ace of Wands, a lot of passion there. You guys are super bonded. There could be hella telepathy going on between you two. This could be why we spoke about, even in the month of October, as recently as that, you've had some stirrings up here, whether you consider yourself that of the divine feminine energy or not. Okay. But this person is coming back, and we're going to get to their message. Let me just clean this up. But first, let's get to some of their characteristics, their archetypes. So we've been talking about this green-eyed person, whether this is simply and solely the karmic energy or not. Okay, there's some duality. Something about duality keeps coming through for this one, you guys. It's almost like you've been feeling like you've been living in between two timelines. The timeline that you kind of climbed out of, and you're like hanging in the balance between the new. Hmm. Somebody here could have braids. Okay, there could be some significance to red hair, whether dyed red or not. Okay, could be some significance to markings about the face, whether tribal, whether inked in or not. Somebody could have a round face, or there could be some significance to the aesthetic here, the lip color, the hair color, perhaps. We've got black hair coming through. Oh, sorry for the glare, you guys. I'm not sure what's going on there. Somebody could have white or gray hair, right? Whether older or not. Doesn't have to be the case, right, you guys? There's like 20-year-olds out there with like silver and gray locks. um, there's that redhead energy already channeled. I just realized what the card said. Sorry. Maybe I was supposed to show, maybe somebody looks like this. Okay. This emperor could actually have a job where they literally have to dress for, right? In a penguin suit, perhaps. I'm just joking. But they could be, you know, maybe they give boss energy. It's like, oh, you well kempt and well kept, right? This could be part of the illusion, though. The illusion type of energy that I picked up on. Gosh, that was getting to be a murky pot, because this person, I'm not gonna lie to you, was very it's like giving gold star for participation, right? This person was not, it's like, yeah, this person had the wool pulled over their eyes, is the terminology, the phrase coming through the channeling. But at the same time, this person you know, allowed themselves to operate out of impulsivity. This could be this person could have a propensity to be impulsive about many things, and it could also tie into like their sex life. Things like that come to mind. All right, you could know this about this person, or maybe you don't. All right, and to be clear, this is not me making excuses for this person. I'm just trying to afford you the utmost clarity that I'm able to on a quick live stream like this, right, you guys? So you could be brunette. Somebody here could be. And same deal with having piercings, all right? But there could be some significance to the illustrated people on those cards as well, whether the karmic energy, your energy, or aesthetic, as well as that of your person. And I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell for last call. And in the meantime, you guys, let me just eke out the names. Whoa. Just to see who all we're talking about, whether you, some karmics, all right? And I do have a message from this person, as well as the initials. Somebody's name could be Lilith, or Lilith could be a goddess, a mother of some significance. Maybe somebody's mother's name is Lilith. Gosh. Somebody does not want me getting this message out because I feel like I'm talking through water. It's becoming interesting to try to speak, and I still have, I'm not gonna lie, I still have yet to check on what the hell Mercury's doing. I don't think it's in retrograde, though. I don't think it's that. Somebody could have like a throat chakra blockage or want somebody to have one. I'm hearing Lamar. All right, let me see. Whoa. Help. I'm hearing the name Simon. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Chipmunks, you guys. Simon, Alvin, Theodore. do, 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 do. Maybe somebody has kids with somebody. Maybe you guys watch the, don't they have like a Christmas, isn't there like an Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas movie? do, 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 do. That's funny. Ooh, Vinny. Vinny is a name of some significance for somebody here. We've got Fred and Lynette. All right. Let's see who else here. Somebody's name could be 7. All right. Somebody's you know, like favorite angel number or number of some significance, whether synchronistically or not. Could be that of 7. Niles could be somebody's name. Also, there could be some significance to that show with Kelsey Grammer, entitled Frasier, and he had a brother, Niles Crane, on that show. Chuck, Kelly, Dior, Jimmy, Julissa, Sophia, DeAndre, Linnell, Carrie, Carney, Lima, Phoenix. Oh my, didn't we say Phoenix? That's so crazy. It's literally on this card above the name Tucker. That's so funny. Aaron, Imani, Wisdom, Kirk, Mariah, Reno. Could be Reno, Nevada, even if it's not somebody's name. Edie. Somebody here could be a nurse, or somebody could work in or near a hospital. Sorry, my nose is like, I wish I could just like set it off of my face. It's so itchy, guys. Harriet, Asia, could be even a continent of some significance. Umar, Torres. There's Mary. That's so funny. Levi, Cynthia, Kyle, Kevin. Somebody, whether this is like a child's nickname or not, or a nickname from childhood, could be called Pooter, or that could be somebody's name. All right. Um, Luna, Remy, Xander, Zara, Barnes, Russell, Mark, Francis. I'm also hearing Franco, which makes me now think of James Franco. So somebody's name could be James. Marlon, excuse me, Carter, Dee Dee, Fabian, Tariq, Betsy, Skip, Jeter, Gary. I'm sorry. Gary could be a name. Greg. I meant that. I'm trying to read. And I said Gary, but what's written here is Greg. Heather. Could be some significance about a jet, maybe some form of travel, or there could be some significance to that magazine, and or somebody's name. Okay, somebody could have jet black hair. Um, Davis, Millie, Darius, Darcy, Kate, Betty, Pete, Duke. Could be some significance to the color blue. Could be some significance to somebody's name being blue as well as the initials MJ. Excuse me, or the name MJ or Michael Jackson, because that's what MJ makes me think of every time. Could be some significance to Pete Davidson as too as well coming through. Sheesh, a lot going on tonight. Okay, that is so crazy. Somebody's name, dead ass, could be Onyx, because along with the 111 synchronicity as well as that world card synchronicity, I failed to mention the black Onyx. Okay. Moments before I was getting ready to hit, like, okay, we're good to go live now. Long story short, I have this black Onyx cat, and it was, gosh, look at the eye on that. It was like popping out at me, like it was being highlighted. And I did get the download that Onyx, like the gemstone, could be of some significance. And now I do see it coming out in the names deck as well. Okay, so just saying. Could be some significance to Rumi. And thank you, Cat Goddess. There could be some significance to the name Rami as well. Somebody could have the nickname Trouble, or maybe somebody said, "Oh, there's trouble, right? Trouble has entered the building." I'm hearing. Somebody's name could be Journey, Turner, Maverick, Jillian, Jason, Savannah, Devin. There could be some significance to the name Miles. Um, Miles and Lilith actually came through twice, interestingly enough. We've got Peyton, we've got Sheila, and Omarion. Okay. All right, so that's it for the names deck, you guys. I haven't forgotten about the free yes, no. Let me just get a couple of the initials out of the way here before I forget them, if that makes sense. And this is just me. It just feels like, I know it doesn't resonate with everyone, but it feels like the collective has grown a bit. And there's a lot of sub-compartmentalized situations here, though the message was given as one, if that makes sense. And so I just want to do my due diligence to get you some of these archetypes and clarifiers to assist you with understanding what your intuition is telling you, if that makes sense. Me just trying to help you out, I guess. That's all we're going to get from that deck. Bottom of the deck is N. Nancy could be of some significance. We've got P, whether first, middle, or last name initial, you guys, on the part of your person or yourself or not. We've got K. We've got E. P, if I didn't say it already. We've got R. Somebody could be from Puerto Rico. I can't even. Puerto Rico. I wish I could roll my R's a lot better. My daughter can do that. So good. You guys send her love light. Long story short, I really got to get out to see her. So thank you for your prayers and petitions for what all she's going through at the moment. And for your girl as well, because, you know, life be life, and sometimes. We've got T, we've got S, all right? Somebody could live on, like, their address would be like street versus drive, right? ST always makes me think of street, although it could be some significance to the saints as well, I suppose. And last but certainly not least, out of that deck, we've got R, all right? And so I want you guys to stick around. We're going to close out the message. Excuse me, we're going to close out the session with the message from this person, all right? But I do want to honor the free yes no's if somebody has entered into the chat. But let me just check, you guys, bear with. I'm like doing so much, I can't really keep up with the chat tonight, so I didn't really see that there wasn't anybody in there, so we could just keep going, all right? Thank you so much, Fiona. I appreciate you more than I can even express at the moment for that. Thank you so much. And you guys know I do carry you guys day and night, night and day, in my heart and in my prayers as well. Okay, my petitions, I should say. I feel like prayers, you know, in the religious community, you know, they teach you like prayers are like something that you should operate out of, like, your lowest position in life, your lowest aspect of oh goodness, hold on 1 second. 1 second. Oh, that's her. Okay, hold on 1 second. So I gotta go soon, you guys, but hold on. Okay. Thank you so much, Cat Goddess, as well. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So, not to cut this short, but you guys, let's get into that's how you sign them, Spoonie. That's funny. So I'm glad you guys that you're getting something out of this one. I know it's not everybody's story, but I felt like most of us could get something out of it. You know, even if it's just confirmation of what you already know about some other experiences in life or just life in general. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Hold on 1 second. All right. Finances definitely could have been a problem for this person. I just looked and saw it at the bottom of the deck. And so going back to that karmic, you know, they could have been like, yeah, no, I got you. Like, I'll put you up in a place, or you can come to my place, kind of thing. And again, there could be some significance to this person in previous moon cycles, right? We'll say it this way, because this person has to have done some form of work to come back around. But please get the my chart results, right? Um, just saying, you guys, be protective of your energy and your ass, okay? No joke. Too much stuff going on out there, like you. As I look down at the card of disgust, it's like exactly. This person is reminiscing. All right. But interestingly enough, the reminiscing card literally fell on top of this Two of Coins Cups card. Remember how we talked about the duality? I'm not delusional. I know it says Two of Coins, right? But this is also talking about their lack of properly prioritizing you, their actual, like, aggressive juggling act that they decided, however quickly or not, to enter into and then also like do over and over again. It's giving their lifestyle was like that, right? So I need you to know the reminiscing is like obviously duh, right? You're amazing. And so whatever you allow this person to see and experiencing experience you do is still to this day amazing. So to be clear, it's that kind of reminiscing as well, but I just really wanted to highlight because again it was kind of like obvious on my end of things. You guys can't see the cards with the way the cards landed, that they're reminiscing about how they're like definitely specifically needing to give you an apology, if that makes sense to say. Because nothing just happens, there's synchronicities, right? Oh yeah, you better. That's so crazy, you only get 15 minutes, Spoonie. Oh. So this person is checking on you from afar, social media, whether you know it or not, whether it's their actual account or not, right? So annoying though, right? Like kind of. It's like, can you just authentically like be you and like show your ass the way you did in moon cycles past, but like you can make it like a high vibes kind of showing your ass, like where like the authenticity and the truth of the matter is beautiful. I just have these questions. Don't mind me, okay? I will find my way back to you one day is the sentiment that hit the floor. And for those that aren't aware, usually you guys, when cards hit the floor, they're very like strong energies, very passionate filled energies, very like serious energies, depending on what all we're talking about, right? So all those could kind of fit with the sentiment. I will find my way back to you one day. And again, we did see in the cards, just to confirm what we already know, because like I said, there could be some significance to in around October, you getting these stirrings, this knowing, because you're being guided the whole time. Remember all the hands, the significant aspect of divinity backing this connection in spite of the way the connection is or isn't, right? The duality. And I think the duality is being heightened so that you take and focus on the duality and less focus on the emotionality, because when you can see aspects of the duality, it doesn't allow for things to stand and remain as emotional. You go, oh, signed up to do that. Oh, that experience did not kill me and did make me strong. You're like, so you don't really stay in that like, but right? You don't stay stuck in the fiery ash. You're ascending out of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be all burnt up and please check the my chart. I don't know what's I don't okay. Um all right. Yep. Well, duh. There was someone in the way. And I love that though, because it's like, yeah, okay, so how authentic does this go though? Someone was in the way. It takes two to tango, and you were tangoing pretty hardcore and repetitively. And this person definitely is jealous and possessive. This person, whether they've literally physically got green eyes or not, damn sure had the greenest of jealousy and envy type of sets of eyeballs you can find out there. I mean, even this person now knows. Maybe they didn't know it at first. Maybe this person to some degree, on this karmic's end was used as a pretty pawn, right? whether guy, girl, what have you. Because, some people are like that. It's like, if this person hates you and they want to come for your man, and then also they get your man, boy, that's an ego trip for that karmic. And they feel like they've got one on you, they've got one over you, they've won at life. How sad is that now, by the way? Just saying, karmic, right? Um, and this person, there is this masked energy about this person. It could be because they're like used to being expected to be like on a stage of sorts. Whether this is literally the case, physically the case, whether it's actually connecting to the industry or the arts or not, this person could feel like, maybe they, in certain respects, maybe they are pretty on the eyes, right? Or easy on the eyes. Maybe they felt like, sometimes, you guys, pretty privilege comes with a bit of pressure and damn sure a pedestal. So this person could have felt like they were expected to perform certain ways, knowing damn well they couldn't, keep up with the Joneses, as it were, right? But at the same time, they knew they could make it look good and they chose to, and unfortunately you got hurt in that scenario, but damn it if you didn't learn how to have a boundary or two about you now. Damn it if you didn't learn how to make sure that you love yourself enough to choose you firstly, whether you want to lay claim to loving this person with all your heart or not, right? This person could be a twin flame. This person could have, in moon cycles past, tried to tell you, no, no, we're not together this time around, babe. Oh, you deserve better. And again, they maybe could have meant that shit because of their own wounding. You know what I mean? Also, I'm hearing to say, for some of you, this whole conversation that goes like, it's not you, it's me. Destiny's taking us down different paths, and, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Deserve better. Could have been had with that person from self to self and cut you out of the deal, right? Have you ever had that happen? I feel like that's happened way too many freaking times. Like, people just expect you. They're all like, oh no, you're intuitive. So I see that. There's evidence of that. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Then they start expecting you to be like the actual mind reader. It's like, even if I could, wouldn't be on that type of time. Like, that is so much energy and such a waste. You know what I mean? When you could just authentically give me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, what are we doing, right? And what they were doing was pretending to be somebody that they're not. Maybe they get paid to do that. Ooh, maybe they get paid to do that. Bow, chicka, wow, wow, right? And for those that don't resonate, this person being a soulmate, or excuse me, a twin flame, we got both out here, twin flame and soulmate. Pick your poison, baby. They're damn sure checking on you. This person could have had a history of diving in and out of relationships, and they know they were messy, but they want to come in with the truth, hopefully. All right, get the my chart results and everything. They're asking for forgiveness. Okay, they do want to gift you their cup, and they do want to gift you the gift of commitment. Okay, so that's what I do have. All right. Um, okay, I do see that we have one person that came in, Ren, love and light. And I just want to be sure before I hop off, babe, that you're um, not here for a free yes and no tarot reading. Because I don't want to rudely hop off, but I do urgently want to get off the live stream. So, not to put the pressure on you, Ren. I just don't want to hop off on you. If you have a question, please submit it now. And if you don't have a question, that's totally fine. I'm grateful that you even gave the video a chance, hopped in here, said hi. Appreciate you for that. Of course. I appreciate you all. All right, gosh, you guys did the damn thing. Showed up, showed out, hit the like. I love that. I love to see it. And I'm very grateful for you guys and for every time you do those things and so much more. You guys keep me going for sure. And thank you for your prayers, your petitions, however you want to say it, the good energy, the good vibes, the good intentions. And right back at you, babe. All right. I really do love each and every one of you, even if we just met, even if we meet tomorrow, right? Even if you're my A1 day ones. All right. I'm not playing any favorites because you guys all are in your own right. My personal favorites. Okay. So thank you for your existence. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring. And thank you for choosing you in love and in light, of course. All right. As you do those things, you do assist at a whole collective level. And it might be, you know, bigger, brighter, and better than you maybe can see for what it is that you do. But please don't get it twisted. Your life and what you do here and what you don't do here literally matters every time, all the time. You do matter. All right. You matter to me, for those wondering. Okay. So I don't see anything from Ren, and please forgive me if I missed it. It's definitely not intentional. I got you on the next live stream. Thank you for those that are understanding that I'm kind of just like hopping off. And thank you for being here. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And please know you are loved. You are loved by me, of course. Well, you are loved by all aspects of divinity, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. All right, I know that I know that I know that is the truth. Much love and light.